Found your old photograph at the bottom of a drawer. I hadn't seen it in so long, I forgot what it was for. There we were, standing together with our arms around each other. You were laughing at the camera and I was looking at you. I sat down on the bedroom floor and held that picture in my hand. And suddenly I remembered the person I was back then. We thought we'd last forever, we thought we'd never change. But life has its own way of moving, and people walk away. I don't know where you are now, I don't know who you love, but sometimes when I think of you, I wonder if it's enough. If you ever think about me when you're lying there alone, do you remember how we promised we would always have a home? Give me one last memory before I let you go. One more moment of the person I used to know. Give me one last memory, something I can keep for all the nights I miss you. When the world is fast asleep, I don't need forever, I don't need you back again. Just give me one last memory of the way we were back then. I remember our first summer. We had hardly any money, but we drove for hours together, and somehow that felt like enough. We stopped beside the ocean and watched the evening fade. You put your jacket on my shoulders because I was cold that day. You said I'll always protect you, I said I'll always stay. We were young and full of promises, we thought love worked that way. And slowly things got harder, we started fighting over nothing. You would sleep facing the wall while I cried beneath the covers. I asked you if you loved me, you said of course I do. But something in your voice told me that I was losing you. I tried to hold us closer, you started pulling away. I thought if I loved you harder, you might decide to stay. But you can't make somebody love you, and you can't stop someone from leaving. Sometimes the hardest lesson is accepting what you're feeling. Give me one last memory before I let you go. One more moment of the person I used to know. Give me one last memory, something I can keep for all the nights I miss you. When the world is fast asleep, I don't need forever, I don't need you back again. Just give me one last memory of the way we were back then. The day you finally left me, it was raining outside. You stood beside the front door with tears you tried to hide. You said I'm sorry, I said don't be, but inside I was screaming, please don't leave me. You picked up your suitcase and I watched you walk away. I wanted to run after you, but I had nothing left to say. The door closed behind you and the house became so still. I sat alone in the kitchen, trying to understand how I could feel. For weeks I couldn't touch your things, I couldn't move your clothes. I kept your side of the bed untouched, like you might come back home. Years have passed since that day, and I've learned to live again. I've met new people, I've made some new friends. I've laughed without thinking of you. I slept through the night. I've learned that losing someone doesn't mean losing your life. But sometimes I still wonder what would happen if we met. Would you look at me and smile? Would you remember what we had? Would you tell me that you're sorry? Would I tell you that I'm fine? Would we talk about the old days and laugh about the good times? Maybe we'd sit together for just a little while, and I'd see that same old person in the way you used to smile. So give me one last memory before I close this door. One last look at who we were before we became no more. Give me one last memory. I carry it with me, not as something that will hurt me, but as something beautiful. I don't need forever, I don't need you back again. Just give me one last memory of the way we were back then. And if I ever miss you, I'll remember what we had. I'll remember all the laughter and the good times we once shared. I put your photograph away back inside the drawer. I didn't throw it out. I don't think I ever could, because you were part of my life. And I won't pretend you weren't, but I don't need to hold on anymore. I can remember you without wishing you were here. I can love the person you were without needing you to come back. So this is my last memory. The last time I look back, you and me standing by the ocean, laughing like the world was ours before the promises were